Today we're talking all about weighted vests. Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a physical therapist, movement teacher, and women's health expert, and I offer you content so that you can feel strong and safe in your body in all seasons of life. And today we're talking about weighted vests. In the past few months, I've gotten so many comments and questions about using a weighted vest. So today I'm going to tell you what a weighted vest is, how to choose the right one for you, and how to use it in your daily routines. All right, let's get started. Today we're talking all about weighted vests. And if you want my deeper dive with even more information around this subject, I want you to come check out my podcast channel. So I will have the live recordings of my podcast, Meet Your Body, over there, and you can watch my podcast all about weighted vests and get all of my thoughts. Link is below. So I have my own weighted vest here to show you. So a weighted vest is exactly what it sounds like. It is a vest that you wear that has some weight to it. And there are a few different styles out there. I have one of the most basic ones, and you'll see I just put it on just like a vest. And then it has a clip that you would put right across the front. So I just clip it in place like so, and then I am good to go. This one has like a little pocket in the back that you could put a phone or your headphones, and it just sits like this. And I put it just right over a tank top or right over a shirt, and my coat actually fits right over it, and you can use it to walk. And this one is really comfortable. I am gonna link this exact one below. It's a really basic, affordable model that you can easily get. So the thing to know about weighted vests is how to start. You want to start with about 10% of your body weight. Okay, so if you weigh 150 pounds, that's 150. If you weigh 150 pounds, you will start with about a 15-pound weighted vest. You don't want to start higher than that. You want to give your body a chance to get used to it and adapt and see how it feels. So start with about 10%. The flip side is if you go too light, the research shows us that there's not much difference between just your body weight and 5% of your body weight. So if you start too light, like 5% of your body weight, it's not going to be any different than just walking without a vest. So start at that sweet spot at a 10% of your body weight. There are a few different styles out there. You can see what works for you. Again, this is the one that's really kind of versatile for me, works for my life, and is really comfortable. So I'll have this link below. So let's talk about the benefits of using a weighted vest. So we have some research that shows us that there are cardiovascular benefits to using a weighted vest. And first, let me back up and tell you how most people use it, and that's for walking, that you would put the weighted vest on for your walks or your hikes outside. So that is the most common use, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So research shows us you can have some cardiovascular benefits from that, such as your heart rate, improving your heart rate. It will increase your heart rate. It will increase oxygen uptake. It can help with your endurance. It can also help with metabolism. It has been shown to help with weight loss just because you will be burning more calories wearing that weighted vest on your walks than you would without, because again, you are making your muscles and your body work harder. You're adding intensity, you're working harder, and so you could burn more calories, which could in turn lead to weight loss. Keeping in mind though, weight loss is a really nuanced thing. It depends on a lot of different factors, but we do know that it can help with those things. And then let's talk about the big benefit a lot of people are mentioning when it comes to weighted vests, which is that they could help with your bone density. I know that's really important for a lot of us women in our perimenopause and menopausal years, as we want to help our bone health. So I want to tell you that the research doesn't necessarily tell us that weighted vests will help with bone density. There are a few studies, not a lot, we need more. There's a few studies out there, but all of them included weighted vests with other things such as strength training. So we don't know if it was the weighted vest piece or the strength training piece that helped. What we do know, I can tell you this, we do know that the best thing that you can do for your bone density and your bone health is to lift weights 2 to 3 times a week. As I tell you here all the time, lift those weights and do some kind of impact. That could be kind of jumping or hopping or even walking if that's best for you. But those are the two best things that you need to keep doing for your bone density. When it comes to the weighted vest, yes, it is resistance. So it would make sense if you want to think about that, okay, I'm adding some resistance, like lifting weights, I'm adding some resistance. So walking with a weighted vest might help my bone density too. And I think that's possible. I just want to throw it out there that you can't use a weighted vest in place of lifting weights and keep your bone health strong. You have to be lifting those weights. And then if you want to add the weighted vest also, by all means, go for it. It does have added benefits in other ways. I personally am using it on my walks right now. I find it makes my legs work a little harder. It actually feels really good on my body, so I like to use it. But I'm still lifting my heavy weights, and I'm counting on that to help with my bone health. So hopefully that helps give you an idea of the true benefits of a weighted vest, the possible benefits that we don't exactly know yet, and to remember you want to keep doing your strength training in addition to using the weighted vest if you want to use that to help with your bone health. Now I want to talk about how you might use a weighted vest in your own routines and a few things to keep in mind. So the first thing that I want you to know is that you don't need it. All of our research shows that all of the really important things that we need to do can be done at home without it, including your walking, your hiking, being outside in nature, lifting your weights, doing your mobility and your balance. All of those things can be done without it. I want you to add it just in case it sounds fun, if you want a little extra added challenge on your walks, and if you already have a regular routine in place. So that is my number one tip for adding a weighted vest, is make sure that you already have the basics down. Don't try to add a weighted vest when you don't have a regular walking practice yet, because you might just stress yourself out that there's too many things to choose from. Habits and just that consistent movement, those are the most important things that you need when it comes to overall health. So have that in place first. Make sure that you're doing things to help with any injuries you have. Make sure that you're doing those basic moves to help with your posture and your balance and your walking. Once those are in place, then you can add all those other fun toys like a weighted vest that you might want to try out, but truly make sure that you have those habits and consistencies in place first. Then you can add the weighted vest after. And if you do want to add it, I think the best way is to start with your walks. So start with about 5 minutes just to make sure that your body feels okay and adjusts for it. And with 5 minutes of wearing the weighted vest, if you feel okay the next day, add 2 more minutes, add 2 more minutes. You can add those minutes a little bit at a time to build up to your full walk. But I think walking is a great place to use it for. Another place that can be beneficial is using it maybe for squats or lunges if you're having a hard time holding dumbbells. So if for any reason that's hard for you to hold a dumbbell, or if you're coming back from injury and you just want to add a little weight, then that weighted vest actually is really comfortable for squats and lunges. One thing to keep in mind though is you want to make sure that you're keeping a good posture when using the weighted vest. You don't want to use it for anything where you're bending over. So we're not using it for changing sheets and for doing laundry, for maybe bending forward to shovel snow, for doing those yoga Pilates workouts where you're bending all the time. You don't want to use the weighted vest for that because you don't want to add any extra weight in a forward bend position. Your back wouldn't be happy about that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Use it for anything that you're already nice and upright, or at least in that nice neutral position. And then finally, as I said, just make sure that you're not using it to replace anything else. Keep lifting those weights, keep doing your walking, doing your Pilates and your balance in your regular routines, and then you can add this to it, but don't use it as a replacement. Hopefully that helps kind of demystify some of the ideas around the weighted vest right now, whether it would be right for you and your lifestyle. As I said, I am using it for my walks right now. I'm really enjoying it as kind of an added thing that I'm doing, but I'm not letting it replace anything else. I'm sticking with those tried and true basics to keep moving forward for my health, including my bone health. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you soon.